to match, to relate to, show a direct connection between two pieces of data, especially when a change in one variable occurs at the same time or rate as another. You can use this phrase in the following situations. First, two trends happen simultaneously. Second, there is a parallel movement between two variables. Third, a rise fall in one element happens alongside a rise fall in another. Examples: the increase in car sales corresponded with a sharp rise in fuel consumption between 2010 and 2015. Second, a gradual decline in birth rates corresponded with the rise in educational attainment among women. Third, the drop in rainfall levels in July corresponded with a noticeable dip in crop yields during the same period. 4. An upward trend in online retail sales corresponded with a decline in physical store purchases. 5. The fall in unemployment figures corresponded with the implication of new economic policies. 6. The peak in tourism numbers in August corresponded with a simultaneous rise in hotel room prices. Second, the general trend to be plus to move away noun or subject. You can use this structure when you are summarizing overall trends in line graphs, bar charts, process changes. It shows summary skills, formal, impersonal tone. For example, the general trend was to move away from traditional energy sources and toward renewables. You see, the general trend was. We use it a past form of to be. Over the period shown, the general trend was to move away full-time employment and toward freelance or part-time work. Here also the past form. Third, in the early 2000s, the general trend was to move away from printed newspapers in favor of digital media. 4. The general trend was to move away from landline communication and adopt mobile technologies. 5. From 2010 to 2020, the general trend was to move away from face-to-face banking and toward online transactions. 6. In the coming years, the general trend will be to move away from fossil fuels and embrace more sustainable energy alternatives. Future form, this is. Third, subject plus became the dominant plus noun in this category. This is a precise academic vocabulary, shows analytical ability by highlighting significance or ranking. Examples: online learning became the dominant mode of education in this category by 2021, especially during the pandemic. Second, by the end of this period, mobile phones became the dominant form of communication in this category, overtaking landline usage. Third, between 2000 and 2020, solar energy became the dominant source of electricity in this category, surpassing both coal and the natural gas. 4. E-commerce became the dominant retail platform in this category, accounting for more than 60% of total sales by 2022. In terms of transport preferences, private cars became the dominant means of travel in this category, replacing public buses. Among all goods, electronic became the dominant commodity in this category, contributing nearly half of the total revenue. 7. From 2015 onwards, streaming services became the dominant entertainment medium in this category, as traditional television declined sharply. And the last one, subject almost exactly mirrored object. Mirrored means reflected or similar to. Almost exactly shows accurate hedging, which is favored in an academic writing. This can show a clear comparison without repetitive words like similar or the same. X almost exactly mirrored Y means the movement of X was nearly identical to that of Y throughout the time period. Examples: the trend for female university enrollment almost exactly mirrored that of their male counterparts throughout the entire period. Second, the rise in smartphone usage almost exactly mirrored the decline in landline subscription between 2005 and 2015. Household spending on leisure activities almost exactly mirrored the pattern of income growth from 2010 to 2020. 4. The curve for gas consumption almost exactly mirrored electricity usage with both following an upward trend. 5. Sales of laptops almost exactly mirrored tablet sales until 2018, which the two trends began to diverge. 6. The number of students at school, number 36 in Congrad, has almost exactly mirrored that the school of 53 over the last decade. Thank you for your attention.